Now, I know we'll have people joining us as we go on tonight, but thanks everyone for joining us. This is Jazz Explained, a talk show put together by the Dallas Jazz Piano Society. I'm Mike Finkel, the artistic director for the Dallas Jazz Piano Society. I have with me two of my favorite people and musicians, Jeanie Perkins, who is in the kind of orangish room at the piano waving, and Ginny Mac is also here. Singer, keyboard player, accordionist. And Ginny Mac is going to be with me on the Dallas Jazz Piano Society concert next month, March 11th. Um, we've done theme concerts, all different things through the year. My concert's going to be music of my Velcro mind because all sorts of music goes up to my head, gets stuck together, and stuff that shouldn't go together does. So we will be doing a little different repertoire. Thursday, we have Bobby Sparks, who was Prince's keyboard player. He played with Marcus Miller. He's also in Snarky Puppy, doing the music of Larry Young, and that will be on our YouTube channel at 7:30 on Thursday. So I hope you can tune in for some of the other events also. All of our concerts this season have been filmed in high def by Ken Boom of Second Floor Audio. They're all archived, as are all of the Jazz Explained from this season on our YouTube page. So you could check out the other concerts and the other episodes. Let me let a couple more people in. Gonna have Steve Ship and Marion.
Hey, Steve.
They're almost in.
Steve.
All right, so tonight we are talking love songs. And I think one thing the three of us are going to look at, sure, love songs are a lot of times between a couple, but there's love songs that you have after you've broken up with someone, just loving yourself and getting yourself through it. There's love songs that are for family members. There's love songs, even by Harry Nilsson, about their dog. So we're going to look at all sorts of love songs, anti-love songs, all the ranges of love songs that can be available. And Jeannie Mac, you want to start us with something?
Sure. Okay. So I thought that I would start with, this is just absolutely one of my very, very favorite love songs of all time. And I heard it recently. I hadn't heard it in a while. And really sat and thought about how every time I hear it, it just draws me in. And that ends up being the only thing that's happening for 3 minutes or whatever. I really get sucked into it. And I would think of this as maybe even a little bit beyond a classic love song. It's got a slight hint of obsession to it. But it also, I think, just captures this idea of being completely enthralled, this tunnel vision sort of love. And this is I Only Have Eyes. This was recorded by the Flamingos in 1959. And I think it's just lovely. So I hope that you'll enjoy this with me today. All right. Okay. My love must be a kind of blind love. I can't see anything but you. Shabab, shabab. Shabab, shabab. I'm a single flamingo today. Shabab, shabab. Shabab, shabab. Are the stars out tonight?
I'll know if it's cloudy or bright. I only have eyes for you, my dear. The moon may be high, but I can't see a thing in the sky. I only have eyes for you. I don't know if we're in the garden or on a crowded avenue. You are here, and so am I. Maybe millions of people go by. Oh, but they all disappear from you. And I only have eyes for
So, I just want to nerd out for a second and talk about one of the things that I love about it just musically is that it plays between the key of C and the key of F. And it's this really seamless key change that you don't notice, where it kind of hangs out in that C7 vibe, you know, and then you get to the bridge and you're in the key of F and you didn't notice it happened. And then at the very end, G minor, only have I, C7 is the 5, right? For you, it's suddenly the 1. It's suddenly the 1 chord. So you're, just musically, I think, how did they, it's very simple, but it's seamless. And I love that about the writing in that song. And and the recording is this beautiful, ethereal, reverby, echoey wonderfulness. You just imagine, we've all kind of felt that way, when you see this person you're infatuated with or you love, and you only see them. That's all that's there. Everything else going around you is not important at that moment. So anyway, thank you for listening. I wanted to share that one.
Yeah, and that's one of the songs that's on the possible playlist for next month's concert too. We're thinking about still trying to edit things down to what the actual playlist is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I want to take a look at what is probably my favorite lyric by Tom Waits. And I think it's appropriate for this year because Tom talks about how we don't appreciate people, we don't appreciate where we live, we don't appreciate things until they're gone. And then we come back to them. Mm-hmm. So let me share the video for San Diego Serenade.
Ooh.
Good grammar and spelling are important.
Mute the commercial. There we go.
Never saw the morning till I stayed up all night. never saw the sunshine till you turned out the light. I never saw my hometown until I stayed away too long. I never heard the melody until I needed the song. Never saw the white line till I was leaving you behind. Never knew I needed you until I was caught up in a bind. I never spoke I love you till I cursed you in vain. Never felt my heartstrings until I nearly went insane. Never saw the East Coast until I moved to the West. Never saw the moonlight until it shone out of your breast. Never saw your heart into someone try to steal it away. Never saw your tears until they rolled down your face. Never saw the morning till I stayed up all night. Never saw the sunshine till you turned out your love light, baby. Never saw my hometown till I stayed away too long. Never heard a melody till I needed the song.
Beautiful.
Jeanie Perkins, what do you have?
I'm thinking I should have a Randy Newman tune.
Oh, yeah.
What am I thinking? What was I thinking? Good old Louisiana boy. But I have a new one. I think this is kind of the world I've been dwelling in lately. You know, I've just been like writing, quarantine, and finished the little album. Here's my shameless self promotion. There you go.
Yay!
It was out. Keep checking with CD Baby. It'll be there soon. And so I'm writing a musical because you know all the theaters are closed, so it makes sense to write a musical, right? So I'm writing this with Michael Q, who is a very fine author of historical fiction, and this musical is about it's about a couple of things: a lost love and then a new love that came together in an unusual way. And anyway, this is the part of the musical where the new couple is done. Don't worry, it all turns out in the end. Everybody gets matched up, you know. But I'm gonna try it in an E flat. I've been doing it in F, but it's called Butterfly. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound great.
It's a jazz waltz. The Flawlessly floats on breezes blowing by, free as a wind floating, colorful in the sky. Others may judge, what do I care? Can't hold a grudge, lighter than air, a joyously soaring weightless butterfly. The best you can be, imagine, so am I. When you look at me, maybe you'll see a world with wings. Maybe you'll see my heart's a butterfly. Butterfly. Joyously swarming wavelets, butterfly. The best you can be, imagine, so am I. When you look at me, maybe you'll see a world with wings, or maybe you'll see my heart's song. Maybe you'll see my heart's song. Maybe your heart's song. Butterfly, butterfly, butterfly. Never do a key change 5 minutes before a performance.
So beautiful.
Ginny, I could see you wanted to jump in there on the harmonies.
I would have loved that. I think the
I know. In my head.
would be off, would the latency make it be off a little bit?
Yeah, she'd be in a totally different place.
Hold on.
It would sound okay to her, but yeah.
The computer program, it works out that problem.
Maybe it would sound really outside, like a psych record.
Or get the reverb set just right, so it can come in just right.
Ginny, what are you thinking?
Okay, so I was gonna throw in this little original song. This is 100% written about the feeling you have when you have a crush on somebody. And I wrote this when I had, developed a new crush and I needed to just spill this feeling all over the piano. So this is called Once in a While. Let's see. There we go. Once in a while, you can meet someone who melts your heart with a smile. It could happen to you. Lovely, bubbly, snuggly feeling, never out of style. You'll say lovely to meet you, and you'll fall apart. Once in a while, you'll know when it's true, 'cause you travel for miles just to tell him the news. A lovely, bubbly, snuggly feeling, leaving you beguiled. Happens to you just once in a while. Oh, is it love? Is it lust? Is it in your imagination? Is it real or just a crush? Is it pure infatuation? Maybe in June, maybe every blue moon might be light years away, or at the end of this tune, a cunning, clever, funny feeling, never out of style. It happens to you just once in a while. Ha!
it crush? I don't know. Is it pure infatuation? Maybe in June, maybe every blue moon might be light years away, or at the end of this tune, a cunning, clever, funny feeling, never out of style. I miss you just once in a while. Thank you much.
I love that.
Yeah, I've never heard that one, Ginny.
You know, I don't think we've ever done it.
No.
But maybe one of these days.
Yeah, that's great.
I got distracted by my cat jumped up on something over here.
You said
sneaky.
You said he'd get to a point where he had to insert himself.
Dude, leave me alone, I'm working.
Finkel! I guess I should do a tune that Ginny and I have done before that we've both talked about. Sometimes love songs appear to be love songs, but if you dig a little deeper and look at it a little closer, it's a stalker song. That's all it is. They portray it in the musical as a love song. It is nothing more than this poor girl, being stalked by this older guy. So, and I really wish I had like the old Tom Waits gravelly voice to recite this. It would work better, but I'm going to give you on Unsolved Mysteries the disturbing tale of Eliza Doolittle. Pursued by an older man, a professor, as it were, who captures her, takes her into his home where he holds her hostage, doesn't accept her for who she is, feels like he can turn her into something better in his twisted mind, the stalker. So, let's go further looking at the words of this twisted stalker professor. People stop and stare. They don't bother me. For there's nowhere else on earth that I'd rather be. Let the time go by. Tick, tock, tick, tock. I won't care if I can be here on the street where you live. It's a stalker song. I'm telling you, it's not a love song.
You know, I had a publisher in Nashville tell me one time, you know, you just can't write a good stalker song no more.
Well, Sting made a living of it for a long time.
Sting wrote a couple of them.
Yeah, he kept on writing them and then quoting them in the next song.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta tell you guys, sometime you should check out a country record called Psycho by Eddie Nowak. And the chorus hook is like, "You think I'm psycho, don't you, mama?" But the verses go on and on into, he's essentially confessing he's a serial killer to this woman that he's dating. And this was in the 50s or 60s, well, the 60s, I guess, but it was really, whoa, progressive, wild, crazy for its time. But whoa, you just didn't write stuff like that back then. And it's an incredible song. So check it out.
What's this? Eddie what?
Eddie Nowak. It's Noack.
Yeah, I don't know that.
It's called Psycho. It's wild. It's a wild tune.
Stalker song. The Beatles wrote "Run for Your Life."
Yeah.
Run for your life, little girl. Hide your head inside, little girl. Man. I said, man, that's the little girl. Complete with a death breath.
Woo! Yeah.
Who's got something next? Jeannie, Ginny?
Jeannie, what you got, Jeannie? Ms. Perkins?
I got a funny one. I got a couple of funny ones that I've written, but let me do something somebody else wrote. I don't want to do all the funny ones. Okay, since we're doing, okay. I gotta do this one. I am not allowed to dedicate this to my sweetheart because 40 years ago, when we got married, almost 40 years ago, I said, this is a beautiful song. This should be our song because his birthday is February 15th. And I said, this should be our song. And he said, no, I don't like the lyrics to that. It's from a 1937 musical by Rodgers and Hart. And everybody knows it. Everybody's recorded it. Everybody has recorded the song. But essentially, he's teasing her in the musical. I don't actually know if it's a son or a man or a woman. I don't know the musical. It was Babes in Arms, very famous musical at the time. My husband said, this song essentially he tells her that she's fat and ugly. So it's been a huge hit for like 8 years. Sweet coming Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smart? Don't change your hair for me. Not if you care for me. Stay over time. Stay. Happy birthday, Don.
So beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks.
I really loved your version and your arrangement.
Yeah, change some of the chords up and a different feel.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Is my favorite working group, yes. Is my voice a little weak? Yes.
And Jeanie has been on a couple of the concerts for Dallas Jazz Piano Society. If you go to our YouTube page, let me get where I can pull that up first. There, I gotta put that on the top. Then go here and share. Okay, if it kind of cuts it off. There it is. youtube.com/c/Dallas Jazz Piano Society. And so there's broken down. There you are. I see you on the 2016-2017 series.
All right.
So she's on that season. We've got this year. We've got last year. We've got some videos all the way back to 10 years ago. We have a playlist titled We Love Dan Hurley. We have a Dave Zoller playlist, some of my favorite jazz piano tracks. The last concert was Stephen Harlows doing Dick Hyman, Frederick Sanders.
That was
yeah, so we've had some great concerts this season. And again, for those of you that joined us late, Thursday night on our YouTube channel at 7:30, we have Bobby Sparks. And Bobby was the keyboard player for Prince. He's played with Marcus Miller. He's done concerts with George Duke. He's played with Snarky Puppy. He's won several Grammys with Kirk Franklin. And Bobby will be doing the music of Larry Young, jazz organist, this Thursday. So I hope you can join us there. And that's also a free event. Ginny, what do you and Fagan have for us?
Fagan, first of all, has turned himself into a full-blown lap cat for this show. He's just got to be the center of attention wherever, whatever I'm doing, he has to try to take over. But I'm going to make him sit down for a bit. Speaking of Fagan, it would almost be crazy if I didn't do a Steely Dan song at this show. And specifically because it's thought that Steely Dan has never really written a love song. And so I was poking around because I've got a classic favorite song of mine that you and I have done together from Pretzel Logic.
Yes.
Called Any Major Dude Will Tell You. And I was poking around on Wikipedia today and I read this, and I'll read this to y'all because I loved this. Thematically, Steely Dan creates a universe peopled by losers, creeps, and failed dreamers, often victims of their own obsession and delusions. Many would argue that Steely Dan never wrote a genuine love song, instead dealing with personal passion in the guise of a destructive obsession. Many of their songs concern love, but typical of Steely Dan songs is an ironic or disturbing twist in the lyrics that reveals a darker reality. And I thought that was very beautifully explained. But this is one that's very near and dear to my heart. And I think that it is a kind of love. The way that I interpret this song is there's this guy that's just, his world's kind of fallen apart. And he's got this friend telling him, man, everything's going to be all right. Any major dude will tell you. So here we go. Never seen you looking so bad, I fuck you on. You tell me that your super fine mind has come undone. Any major
you do with half a heart surely would tell you, my friend. Any minor world that breaks apart falls together again. When the demon is at your door, in the morning it won't be there no more. Any major dude will tell you. Any major dude will tell you. Have you ever seen responses or look in mine? The people on the street have all seen better times. Any major dude with half a heart surely would tell you, my friend. Any minor world that breaks apart falls together again. When the demon is at your door, in the morning it won't be there no more. Any major dude will tell you. Any major dude will tell you. I can tell you all and all, the where to go, the what to do. You can try to run, but you can hide from what's inside of you. Any major dude that have a heart surely would tell you, my friend. Any minor world that breaks apart falls together again. When the demon is at your door, in the morning it won't be there no more. Any major dude will tell you. Any major dude will tell you. Any major dude will tell you. Alrighty. Thank you much.
Sorry. Jenny, I love your taste in music.
Oh.
Like how feeling into you.
Well, and I love, Jeanie shared with me earlier that she had a cat named Asia.
A dog.
A dog, I'm sorry.
Asia.
Your dog named Asia, and
And
I
you have
have
a
a cat
cat
named
named
dog
Becker
named
and a
Asia.
dog named Finkel. And hang out as soon as the quarantine's over. Hey, Mike, we could have an all Steely Dan concert.
Oh, I would love that.
We could have we could even, like you were talking about Steely Dan, you know, they're being on, their songs are not mainstream by any stretch of the imagination. I thought you were going to do Everything You Did.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I love that one. Anyway, wait, sorry, I hit the wrong chord. I haven't played it once. But yes, I love that one.
Great song. That was a wonderful.
Mike?
Mike.
Where did Mike go?
Mike.
Mike Finkel.
Mr.
Did Mike disappear?
Mr. Finkel?
Oh no.
Oh, I was muted so I could. I was
my
muted.
God.
I was queuing up the video during your song. No, I'm saying we get to the time that we haven't addressed yet. There's always you love someone, they don't love you, and you wish you could change their mind. This is a song by a guy named Adam Levy who was in this area. I don't know if he went to North Texas when he was here, but he was Nora Jones' first guitarist, and he's a great singer and songwriter. Let me pull up this song.
Love him.
Unmute. Here.
I can't change the course of a wandering stream. I can't tell the stars not to shine. I can't stop the world from spinning around, but I wish I could change your mind. I can't stop the swallows returning in springtime, or the train on the Wichita line. I can't stop the lightning from striking the ground, but I wish I could change your mind. Once upon a time, you said you would be mine, as long as the sky hung above. It's still there just the same, so darling, please explain what has become of our love. I can't stop the church bells chiming on Sunday. I can't change the water to wine. And no, I can't stop these teardrops that fall from my eyes, but I wish I could change your mind. No, I can't stop these teardrops that fall from my eyes, but I wish I could change your mind.
How beautiful.
Oh, wow.
How beautiful.
Ginny, we should do that song sometime.
I love that. That put me in a place.
Oh, it's a beautiful song.
I'm sitting here. I did pop open a little bottle of Bollinger for this because I wanted to have a little sip, dressed in red, Valentine's. But that song right there just put me in a place. Like Jeannie's waltz earlier, I was kind of in that same little headspace.
Yeah.
It's there's a charming quality to Jeannie's song and also to that Adam Movie song. So great.
Thank you.
Makes you want to fall in love.
What do you got, Ginny? And I do have your video on hold whenever you're ready for that, or you can sing some more, whatever you want.
Oh, me? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's Ginny and Jeanie.
I know. It sounds too similar.
Well,
I should have gone by Jemmy tonight.
Well, I just did one. Did Jeanie?
Oh, Jeanie. Okay, yes. Yeah, Jeanie.
It doesn't matter to me. That's all good.
Oh no, I'd love to hear you.
I'm from When Harry Met Sally. This is my favorite. Well, there's so many great songs in that movie, and I'm trying to think of the writer's name, and I've been looking it up, and I didn't figure it out before the gig, so here I am. I don't have the writer's name, but this is from When Harry Met Sally. Yeah, I did this one on an album called Jeanie Perkins of the Grand many moons ago. I remember the day gone together like a wink and a smile. We'll go together like a wink and a smile.
Yeah.
To that, and I didn't somehow end up with the words to it.
Hey, Jeannie, that song, Mark Shaman, who scored, Mark Shaman scored Harry Met Sally and Sleepless in Seattle. Mark and a guy named Ramsey McLean wrote that song for Sleepless in Seattle.
Oh, thank you. I had it for the wrong movie.
It's easy to run those two together.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Mark that wrote that.
Cool. That's it.
Well, what do we got?
I'm going to turn my vocal off because I think I'm getting a little feedback.
I've got one I could do, Mike.
Yeah.
Michael. All right. I was thinking about this song anyways, because I was, a friend of mine loaned me The Myth of Sisyphus by Camus. So I've kind of been delving into that. And, you know, if anybody knows the myth of Sisyphus, he was banished to push a rock up a hill endlessly to the end of his days, forever and ever and ever, into perpetuity, and found joy in it. You know, it's this classic existentialism idea. And so, of course, anytime I'm reading or thinking about existentialism, I come back to this lovely Peggy Lee song from 1969, written by Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller. This is That All There Is? And I didn't know this before, but you know who did the arrangement? Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Randy Newman, classic Randy Newman.
That was he was doing a lot of work for her then. Yeah, it was early in his career.
Wow, what a gem! It's funny when you go through and start poking around and seeing all of the different aspects of someone's career and all the things they've done, writing or arranging. And anyway, I have fun doing that. But all right, here's one of my very faves. I remember when I was a little girl and our house caught on fire. I'll never forget the look on my father's face as he gathered me up in his arms and raced through the burning building out to the pavement. As I stood there, shivering in my pajamas, I watched our whole world go up in flames. And when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to a fire? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the booze and have a ball. If that's all there is. And when I was 12 years old, my father took me to the circus. The greatest show on earth, he told me. There were clowns and elephants and dancing bears, and a beautiful lady in pink tights high above our heads. And as I sat there watching this spectacle, the greatest show on earth, right? I had the feeling that something was missing. I didn't know what it was, but when it was all over, I said to myself, is that all there is to the circus? Is that all there is? Is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, oh, then let's dancing. Let's break out the booze and have ourselves a ball. If that's all there is. Oh, ladies and gents, then I fell in love with the most beautiful boy in the whole wide world. We would take long walks by the river and we would just gaze into one another's eyes. We were so very much in love. And then one day he went away and I thought I'd die, but I didn't. And when I didn't, I sat there looking at myself. Is that all there is to freaking love? Is that all there is? Oh, is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, oh, then let's keep. You see, I can see what you're all thinking right now. Hold on, because I just unplugged this. You're thinking that if that's how she feels, then maybe she should just end it all. Oh no, but you see, my friends, I'm not ready for that final disappointment. Because you see that when it comes, you know that I'll be saying to myself, is that all there is? Oh, is that all there is? If that's all there is, my friends, then let's keep dancing. Let's break out the boo, have ourselves a ball. If that's all there is. Oh my.
Love that song.
We are going to take love songs every place they can go tonight. Jeanie.
Okay, I'm ready to get really silly here.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
We already have. It's your turn.
Okay. Yeah, I hope I can remember the words. I just really having a hard time reading, you know. I hope I can remember them. They're my own words, so I should be able to remember them. Usually when they're your own words, that's when you absolutely forget them. Okay, this is about that point in your relationship where you fall in love with someone and you realize that, well, wait, let me back up a little bit. You absolutely adore this person. You love their paintings. You love their cell phone. You think, oh, what a cool guy. But then you realize he didn't pick any of that stuff out. It's not his. You're not really in love with him. Who are you in love with? This one's called, no, it's not us. This one is, what's wrong with this picture? Sorry, I'm mixing up my songs. The painting above his credenza is cubist but slightly chiseled. There's a vase of Italian Carrera, unmistakably bought in Milan. But no actual food in his freezer, sorbet that's been in there too long. And a thing in a plastic container that might have been filet mignon. The travertine tile in his kitchen is as clean as a surgical knife. There's a bust of Chopin on his piano, suggesting a sensitive life. A fine first edition of Browning on a table that's real and fine. But he tells me to my trepidation, it was bought by his latest ex-wife. So what's wrong with this picture above the Cordova divan? There's something about it that bothers me that I can't put my finger upon. It's framed in contradiction. Is my intuition gone wrong? What's wrong with this picture above the Cordova divan? He's an elegant fellow, or is he? I'm bothered, bewildered, perplexed. It isn't his sparkling banter and it certainly isn't the sense. After many inquisitive queries, I'm rattled, disheartened, and vexed. I've arrived at the dismal conclusion. I'm afraid I'm in love with this ex. So what's wrong with this picture? A holy part of the divine. There's something about it that bothers me. I can't put my finger upon. It's grand and contradiction. As my intuition gone wrong. Oh, what's wrong with this picture of love would never be wrong? What's wrong with this picture? I love the way it's hard. What's wrong with this picture of love that could never be wrong?
That song is a gas. I love it so much.
It just was naughty. I got it mixed up with another song. Oh.
Jeanie, I feel like I'm so inspired to write a response to that song where I'm the ex girl that is like, you're in love with my taste and in love with me because you're dating my ex-boyfriend. That would be so fun. I love it. So good.
That's good. Well, I hadn't planned on playing anything real today, but I just had an idea for something, and unfortunately, I got this Odyssey down here where the piano should be. The piano's way up here, the pedal's here, but I'll see what I can do with that. A lot of you know, Ginny and I, last time we played at Times 10 Cellars was March of last year. We would have played in January this year. We wouldn't have played Sunday because we skip the Super Bowl every year. But I think last year was supposed to be my 11th year playing at Times 10. And it's just a wonderful venue, and Steve and Enid and a lot of you have been there. And that's a place I miss playing. But the music there was started by a guy was really the business manager for a law firm, Rich Jason, who grew up playing drums, loved playing drums, and did a good job. His group was the first one to do music in there, and Bach and I and Brian Megason joined him in 2010, played together for years, and then Rich got sick and died. And I'm trying to think if it was the week after he died or the month after he died, we were playing and we did a tribute concert for him. And I thought, I'll go set up at Times 10, get in the feel of the room, take 15, 20 minutes and write a song for Rich. And I did that. So I thought I'd play this, and I titled it, because Rich really just played for the love of it, which all of us would like to think we do. We don't always get to, but I think our best times are when we're playing music for the love of it. So this is a song I wrote for Rich at Times 10 right before we played a gig. And I don't know, have you ever played this one, Ginny?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me see how volume is on the piano. That should work.
Oh, so beautiful.
Thanks.
You know what it made me think of too? It evoked the same feeling of Emily, Emily.
Oh, kind of, yeah. Kind of upside down.
Yeah.
Such a sophisticated lady in there too.
Yeah, it's kind of Ellington sounding.
Uh-huh.
How we doing? We're doing good on time.
Yeah. All
Who's
right.
got something? Everybody have some more?
Yeah, you know, I've got a little song that's it's a self-love song. A little self-love. It's autobiographical, and I think it just is about kind of recognizing one's nature. So this is called Twisted Butterfly.
Oh.
Gentle wings like velvet gowns, simple shades of orange and brown. I bring vermilion to the sky, 'cause I'm a twisted butterfly. Nestled in my warm cocoon, I was due the month of June. I came one Monday morning in July, 'cause I'm a twisted butterfly. Oh, wait and hold my hand, touch me, and don't let go. Come along, take my hand.
Hey, Ginny,
so
can
much.
I jump in because I've got one that kind of goes back to back with that,
Please.
Yeah.
and that it's kind of going the same story. There was 14, 15 years ago, there was a group of songwriters we all, that were in Los Angeles, New York, and me, and then some people from other areas. And we would just talk about songwriting. That the goal of everyone at that point was getting on Grey's Anatomy, but then we would get to Thanksgiving and we would all share playlists. We'd all share recipes. In fact, there's a pumpkin pie recipe from one of the singers, Allie Moss's mom, that I've made every year since 2006. But Thanksgiving 2006, this one couple didn't show up. And the girl, Laura Jansen, was a friend I talked to probably every week. And they didn't show up. We thought, all right, something happened. But then nobody heard from Laura for months. And then we started getting worried, and no one. So I think I heard from her boyfriend that they had broken up because, as is the case a lot of times when musicians date other musicians, sometimes it just shatters in an ugly mess. So Laura disappeared. In January, she didn't even contact any of us. All of a sudden, this song appears, and her showing, kind of telling the story of where she was and what she did to get through this horrible breakup. So this is Single Girls by Laura Jansen. Let me find this over here. Okay, is there a ad? Let me skip the ad. There we go. Oh no, there's another ad. All right, hang on. Okay. Now I can share that.
Oh,
Love
so
it.
sweet.
Love it.
That one hit hard.
Yeah, it does.
I'm
And
going.
there's a follow-up song from his side, and we won't get into that now.
Oh, go,
I can
do.
I can send you that later. Jeannie, you got something happy for us?
Okay. Yes, yes. I actually was going to pay a tribute to some of the musicians we've lost this year, but I'm going to do something happy first because that was somber. So, you got to shake it up a little bit. This is about the feeling of falling in love. You know this song, Mike.
Oh yeah.
I've never actually been to Barcelona.
This is one of Judy Watson's favorite songs.
I work too hard, I think too much, I'm out of tune, I'm out of touch, no time to spare, no place to stop, some days I'm going too hard, but in Barcelona, I fell in love with you, days were hot, the nights were cool, up to it to Barcelona, that city by the sea, I give anything to be in Barcelona. Often fight, we sullen hiss, how could I love, but come down to this, let's take it back to when we knew the love was all we had to do. In Barcelona, we danced the night away, come good and practice when we let the music play. Barcelona, let's say hide and seek, I give everything to be in Barcelona.
And we can't see her, but Judy Watson is jumping up and down right now. I'm pretty sure we have a video of that one from your concert up on the Dallas Jazz Piano Society YouTube page.
Yeah, I think I did that one at the Salmons. Thank you, Judy, for jumping up and down with joy.
Hey, oh, there you go. She's got a heart for you. I should probably bring up our pledge drive time. Jazz Explained, all of the concerts, everything we're providing is free. But Dallas Jazz Piano Society has a foundation, Keys for Kids, that provides instruments lessons. Right now, I think we're working with 14 kids in West Dallas. We have a young man, Christopher, that's going to be our first James Calloway Jazz Scholar. And this is a young man that plays piano, has studied with Donald Brown, a very well-known jazz pianist. He studied trumpet with Wynton Marsalis and Valery Ponomarov, who was in Art Blakey and the Jazz Messengers. And he's a classical singer. And hopefully we'll have Christopher performing on our Rising Stars concert in April. But if anyone feels so moved to donate to the Keys for Kids Foundation, you can email our treasurer, Judy Watson, at dallasjazzpianosociety@gmail.com, or you can go on PayPal, and it's kind of a cutoff address. It's Dallas Jazz Piano SOC, so it's our name with the ETY cut off. So if you'd like to donate, we'd gladly accept that. Ginny, you have something? And then we should also let everybody ask some questions in a little bit and talk about their favorite love songs.
Sure. I thought about doing this tune for tonight. This is a little bit different from what I've been doing, but this is a piece from by Puccini for Gianni Chichi. This is a very known aria called O mio bambino caro. What I think is so fun about it is it's this kind of very dramatic love song. And when you think about it, it's really a very much a Romeo and Juliet story. It's this teenager pleading with her father. She's saying, Daddy, Daddy, I love him. Would you let me be with him? If you don't, I will throw myself into the river. You know, it's so dramatic. It's this, the way that a teenager approaches love. But, that is valid. You're young, your hormones are raging, you have no experience, you don't know what you're doing, and this is how you love. It's all a phase we must go through. So, this is O mio bambino caro. Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello mandare un portarossa a caperella lei. Sì, ci voglio andare. E se l'amma se narda, andresse poi di vecchio.
Beautiful.
A tiny touch of opera for the night.
Not very nice. Very nice.
Sorry, I've got a story about that. I was very it was the end of the night, and there were 2 ladies left in the dining room, and I started playing it. And, I don't sing it. I was just playing it, musical. I was musical walk, and these 2 ladies walked up to me, and their mother and daughter, and the mother in her 80s walked up to me and sang the entire aria.
No.
Wow.
And her just tears in her eyes, and she said, I haven't heard my mother sing in years. But there's just something about that aria. There's something about that. It's my dear father. She's pleading with him. My dear father, let me marry this thug.
Let me be with this boy, Daddy. Please. Oh, I love that you shared in that special moment between mother and daughter. How wonderful.
Yeah. Hey, Jeannie, do you have one more, or should we take some questions?
I've got one more. I'm going to do this
Okay.
as a we have lost so many members of our musical family in the last just recent months in Dallas. I'm not gonna name them all, but we did lose Tommy DeSalvo just the other day, and you mentioned Dave Zoller, and we've just lost a lot of our musical family this year. I don't feel like they're gone. I feel like they're all around us. But I've got a little tribute to do to them. And thanks to my failing eyesight, I have to. Here we go. Use the backlit. Here we go. There will be many other nights like this. I'll be standing here with someone new. We'll be other songs to sing, another fall, another spring. But there will never be another. There will be other lips that I may kiss. Darling, they won't thrill me like you did. I dream a million dreams, but how can they come true if there will never ever be another?
Thank you so much for doing that, Jeannie.
That was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was wonderful, Jeannie. Yeah, on those lines, the second episode of Jazz Explained that we did, we spent 2 hours or maybe over 2 hours talking about Jeff Eccles. And that's up on the YouTube page. And we have a whole playlist of Jeff playing.
Oh, wonderful.
And then somewhere 10 years ago, there's videos of Larry White, a steel guitarist,
I know Larry.
playing jazz tunes with me on the first concert I did for Dallas Jazz Piano Society. And it's a steel guitarist playing a duet on When I Fall in Love with Me and playing Radiohead tunes with me and playing, I mean, all sorts of crazy stuff. And we lost Larry, who was also in a group Recoil with a percussionist, Ron Snyder, who we lost this year. And Ron was in DSO for 50 years.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a tough local year for musicians. I asked everyone to unmute if you like, if you have questions for Jeanie and Ginny, or if you have some favorite love songs you'd like to share.
Well, could I also follow on the remembrance and appreciating Jeanie for remembering these people that we've lost this year. There's another lady that we lost who wasn't from here. We lost her last summer. She did sing the song that Jeanie just played. She also sang other love songs, but she also sang songs that were more twisted. We lost Annie Ross last summer.
Yeah.
Many.
Charles, you were sending me lots of thoughts. Do you have some questions or things to share?
I just wondered if either Jeanie or Jenny would like to play something that they love that Ella Fitzgerald loved to sing, or Nina Simone, or anything like that. Love songs or love songs. Or how about Cole Porter? If anything comes to mind.
Yeah.
You know, twisted love songs.
Oh boy.
I got one. I'm thinking there's a Cole Porter song that Ella sang.
Do it.
Yeah. You guys need to move on and give me a senior moment to figure it out, though. I promise you I'll do it. Just give me, y'all go ahead.
Okay.
Work amongst yourselves.
Okay. Charles, that hair is like bordering on Oscar Gamble size.
Thank you. Thank you. I am reveling in my hair. I am going to try out for the play. What can I say?
I like it.
Thank you. No going back now.
I see Steve too, yeah.
What is this? There's a Cole Porter song that was banned in all 50 states from the radio that Ella sang. I think of what that one, which one? Don Perkins, can you remember it? Can you help me out?
It was banned?
It was banned from the radio.
Nice.
Love for Sale?
Oh yeah, maybe.
Love for sale.
This is when I get focused.
I mean, that's the one.
Nope, I got it for you.
Okay.
Do either of you know A Tisket, a Tasket? Ella Fitzgerald did that one. I love that.
Oh, it's so good. I've never covered that one, but I know I love her take on that. It's so good.
You guys move on, and I'm going to come up with it in a minute.
Okay.
Could you remind me?
You know what? Well, Jeanie, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. My screen was weird. While Jeanie's getting that together, I'll do a tiny part of a sweet love song by Cole Porter that I love. I give to you and you give to me true love, true love. Oh, on and on it will always be
true love for you. And I have a guardian angel on high with nothing to do but to give to me and to give to you. Love forever true, darling, love forever true.
Beautiful.
Cold Porter. I love that song because it's been covered by everyone under the sun, from Patsy Cline to Elton John and Keith D.
All right, I'm going to attempt this. This is by special request, as we say. I swear this was banned from the radio in 50 states. Birds do it, bees do it, even educated fleas do it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. It's made the best of our sets. Do it, live the way it is, and let's do it, let's do it, let's fall in love. That deck in old Amsterdam, do it, not to mention the folks, folks inside, do it. Think I need to shed some Argentine, what I mean to it. People say in Boston, even beans to it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Romance, I'm going to do this short version. Cold Cape Cod clams gets their wish to it. That's not right. So it's soft shots that might know. Something about eels. Some Argentines without means to it. People say in Boston, even beats to it. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Let's do it, let's fall in love. Yes!
Yay!
There's too many songs to remember all the words.
Jillian!
Y'all are great.
Oh,
that was great.
Y'all are great.
Though it shocks them, I know. Why ask if Shad do it? Way to bring me Shad Road. English souls do it. Goldfish in the privacy of bowls do it. Let's do it.
I love that.
Did I hear Gail starting a question earlier? You still there, Gail?
I was trying to remember who sang that song that I love so much. What is that one? The one she said was existential. I can't think of the name of it.
Oh, Peggy Lee.
Peggy Lee. Thank you. That's what I couldn't think of. Yeah.
Yeah, Peggy Lee.
I just love that song.
If you get on YouTube and look up, there's a, I can't even think of the year of it, but there's a great version of her doing it live that is just classic. You got to watch it because she's so stoic. I mean, she's standing in this beautiful gown, dripping in sequins and beads, and she's just got her hair piled up high and beautiful, and she just nails the delivery of the messages there. It's the greatest thing. Anyway,
I'm definitely gonna look for it.
Yeah.
I just also wanted to comment on what a huge loss I'm feeling over Tommy's loss. We were pretty close friends, and he was just such an amazing musician and human being. And I just wanted to say, it's just been a couple days since he passed away. And at least I think for our whole community, it's a loss, but it's also a personal loss for me. So I just wanted to say that.
Yeah, and for those of you who don't know, it's Tommy DeSalvo, pianist that's been around here for quite a while, and Carolyn Jones has been sharing some great photos and videos of Tommy too, because they performed together quite a bit.
Okay. I'll look
Gail,
for-
I'm very sorry. I know that's really hard. I'm very, very sorry. I'm glad you joined tonight.
Thanks, Judy.
Thank you. It was delightful.
It was. It was fun.
Singing play along if you were here. I feel like he is.
So Jeanie, Jeanie and Ginny, have you ever played together?
We
No.
have.
Let's do that.
Oh, I think it'd be fantastic. It would just, you are just so smart and creative and talented. Oh, I just can imagine the incredible energy.
Hey, Judy, Women in Song Concert 2022.
Oh, it'd be
That's
fantastic. Yes.
Let's do it. But not in January, because I usually lose. I struggled with last January's concert.
Oh, right. It was January last year. Yeah.
Not in January, any other month of the year.
Yeah. Enid, did you have anything? You've been surprisingly quiet. She may have stepped away. But let me update one more time. Thursday on YouTube, it's Bobby Sparks doing the music of organist Larry Young. In March 11th, it was supposed to be Quentin Gray doing the music of Thelonious Monk. Quentin just headed up to New York. He has a 5-week residency with a dance company in New York. So I'll get him on next season. So March 11th is going to be Ginny, Jackie Whitmill and drums, Nathan Phelps and I. And we're still working out what that program's going to be. The Monday before that, March 8th, Jeff Plan and I are going to talk about music from movies, because I don't know when the Oscars fall anymore. They always used to be the end of March.
Right.
Now, I don't even know how you do the Oscars this year. I mean, it's an odd year for movies to do that. If you wonder why Jeff Plant, and I don't know, Ginny, you may know this, you may not. Jeff Plant has an Excel spreadsheet of every single movie he has watched. He's rated it. He has the directors. He's got the stars. He has them categorized so he can cross-reference and group them. It's pages and pages. It's unbelievable.
He has he has one of the most incredible minds I've ever known.
He does.
This is the kind of stuff that he gets into.
So I figured if I'm going to talk about music from movies, I got to do it with Jeff Plant. There's no one else to do it with.
You have to. I can say I suggested a movie to him one time that he had never heard of, never seen, and liked. So I felt that was a success.
Wow.
How?
That's shocking.
Yes, because I thought Jeff Plant of all people. No, but I did have one victory, one little success.
Do you remember what it was?
Huh?
Do you remember what it was?
Yes, well, he likes horror films too.
Yes, he does.
But it was a movie called Hush. I think it came out in 2017 or 18. But he hadn't heard of it or seen it or anything, and I really loved that film. I think it was really well done. Recommended it to him, and he liked it.
Wow.
Well, there was and I will tell you right now, and this is, I'm not spoiling it for anyone. You could read this on the jacket, but it's the main heroine in the film is a deaf woman, and it's a horror film starring a deaf woman. So the thing that intrigued me most is how they play with the lack of sound. When you think about horror as a genre, where a lot of it is built on the soundtrack and things that are building up to, this is why we love soundtracks. They build up to these moments, especially frightening moments. And this movie plays with the lack of sound because she's deaf. It's really beautiful. It's scary, but it's very well done, and I recommend it. Yeah.
that's interesting. Huh. Okay.
Yeah. Well, thanks to Jeanie and Ginny for joining us tonight. It was great to have you share songs and stories.
What a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for the honor.
Thank you for being here. Thanks for letting me be part of it.
Thanks to everyone that joined us, and hope to see you at one of the upcoming events too.
Thanks, Mike.
No, you're welcome. All right, I'm gonna end the video here.
Good night.
Good night.